This video captures our second trip to Barcelona, Spain. The main goal for this visit was to see two of Gaudi's famous architecture, the Basilica of Sagrada Familia and Parc Güell, as we didn't get to see during our first trip. We will also visit the small country Andorra that sits between Spain and France. This photo gives the best overall view of this magnificent basilica. There will be a total of 18 towers after all is completed, and 12 of them are devoted to Jesus' apostles. 4 for the evangelists, 1 for Mary, and 1 for Jesus Christ. Currently, 13 have been completed, out of which 4 were completed during Gaudi's lifetime. The main theme of this side of the facade is the birth of Jesus. All the sculpture characters on the facade are storytelling. Baby Jesus and Mary are front and center above the column at the entrance door. The first stone of Sagrada Familia was laid in 1882. Gaudi became the architect in 1883 at age 31 and worked all his life on this project until his death in 1926. Can you see the holes on the 4 towers on this side of the facade? They were built to project the sound of the bells so that they could be heard throughout the city. The theme for this side of the facade is around Jesus' death, and you can see the sculpture of Jesus on the cross right above the center door. The lighter colored tower crowned with a star in the back is the Tower of Virgin Mary, which was inaugurated in 2021. This is the second tallest tower of the 18. The Tower of Jesus Christ is currently under construction, and it will be the tallest, reaching 175 meters high. Unfortunately, the 4 towers of evangelists, each crowned with a different flying figure, weren't captured in the video, but they have also been finished. There will be 4 more towers to be built after the Tower of Jesus Christ is completed. That will mark the completion of all 18 towers. On this side of the facade, there are sculptures of the Last Supper, although the video here is not showing clearly due to the size and partition of the portals. The exterior is grand and articulated with so many fine sculptures, each traces back to different stories from the Bible. The Christian school was included in the design. Walking into the building, it is nothing like churches that we have seen before. There are no chapels and very few sculptures, as all the storytelling sculptures were built outside. The concept of the interior of the church is a forest representing nature and life. The columns were made like tree trunks, and the spreading of the branches on top of the columns was not simply for aesthetic, but to support the vaulted ceiling without the need of exterior reinforcement. What a genius design! The columns are in different colors, indicating they were built from different materials and support different weight. You have probably also noticed the colors of the stained glass on the walls, where Gaudi made them with cooler colors on the east and warmer colors on the west. The yellowish-orange lights were pouring through the glass, indicating our visiting time was early afternoon. The different color reflections throughout the day bring different moods to the inside. No wonder it is also called the Temple of Light. So incredible. The ceiling windows and huge backside windows also help to light up the basilica during the day. The second tier is for the choir. Below the main level under the altar is the crypt, the oldest part of the basilica, and where Gaudi was buried. One more look of the magnificent lighting through the stained glass and ceiling. I liked the color of the columns reflecting what's flowing through from these colorful windows. A close-up of the stained glass and some of the sculptures. This is indeed a very impressive and unique basilica, and we felt fortunate to see the inside and definitely worth the trip. Park Well is another Gaudi's work, built between 1900 and 1914, and opened in 1926. The park was inspired by the organic forms of the nature, for which Gaudí practice incorporated new structure solutions. There are gardens and architecture elements in this park. These passageways are perfect places to get shades and be cooled down. There are also plenty of seating places incorporated into this structure for people to take rest. This area is called Nature Square, circled by the beautiful mosaic-covered serpentine bench. Notice that this platform surface is not sealed, which means it allows the water to sink in. There are 3 viaducts and passages in the park that flow between areas on different elevations together. This open hall is called the Hypo-style room with 86 columns and beautiful mosaic ceilings. These columns provide support to the nature square and actually have a function to collect the water sinked in from the nature square above so that it can be filtered and consumed by the communities. This is the entrance with staircases and tiled architectural elements. Gaudí used discarded tiles from a local factory instead of buying new ones for his iconic Parc Güell lizard. The Dragon Fountain. Two gate lodges by the main entrance. The one on the left has no furniture inside, and the one on the right is used as a gift shop. This is the grand stairways on both sides of the Dragon Fountains, one of the busiest places in the park. For all the work designed by Gaudí, it seems there were very few elements with sharp angles. Most of them were curved with a smooth surface. Some other buildings designed by Gaudí that we passed on the streets. The Arc of Triumph in Spain was built for 1888 Barcelona World Fair. The use of red brick was a deliberate choice to deviate from the traditional use of marble or stone. The famous La Boqueria market is one of the most iconic and popular markets in the city. You can find spices, sweets, fresh produces, fruits and vegetables, and much more. It opens daily and is a very interesting place to stroll around. Many city streets have been decorated for the upcoming holidays. This concludes our visit to this vibrant city, and the most memorable to us was for sure the Sagrada Familia, the Temple of Lights. We look forward to the completion of Gaudi's dream in the foreseeable future, and it sure will attract more visitors from all over the world to witness this amazing architecture. Andorra Vella is the capital of Andorra, located between the borders of Spain and France. It is the sixth smallest state in Europe, with a population of approximately 80,000. The city is the highest capital city in Europe, at an elevation of 3,356 feet above sea level. It is a very popular place for skiing in the winter. The melting clock sculpture. La noblesse du temps. The capital, Andorra la Vella, has a vibrant arts and food scene, as well as the largest spa complex in Europe, and much of the rest of Andorra is made up of scatterings of picture-perfect villages and towns set amidst a backdrop of spectacular vistas. The afternoon sun shining on the houses up on the mountain slope. This towering pyramid made from glass is notable for being the largest spa complex in Europe and stretches over 6,000 square meters so that guests have plenty of room to enjoy all that the spa has to offer. There are both indoor and outdoor lagoon areas for guests to swim and float in, as well as sauna, hot tubs, and a range of in-house features that provide unique treatments. Some of these include mini waterfalls to massage tired muscles, marble treatment rooms that are said to have healing properties, and finally, Roman-style baths. There are many corners and hideout places if you prefer to be alone. Into the outdoor portion of the pool. On our way back to the hotel after the spa experience, we heard loud music and followed it. Turned out that there was a Christmas tree lighting ceremony inside this shopping mall. Inside was actually packed, a band was performing, and everyone seemed to be in a great holiday mood. Our short stay in this small capital city of Andorra was very pleasant, mainly for its picturesque settings high up the mountain, the cleanness of the city streets, and friendly people. This is all we have for Barcelona, Spain, and Andorra la Vella. The weather has been perfect for us all the way, and we accomplished what we came here for. We have zero complaints, really. Thank you for viewing.